What's up, YouTube? This is Big Max representing the 313. Me and my buddy Danny Max, we're going to put together a lat pull-down DIY. Why DIY? Because you can't buy this stuff because there's been a run on it because of Corona-19, baby. So here we are all day. I spent 50 bucks to build this system. We're going to give you a bill of material to start because we represent the 313. The first thing I want to talk about is our pull-down lat bar. I went out and bought me, thank you so much for the good people at Menards. I went out and bought me a 48-inch, 3/4 inch galvanized pipe, baby. No black pipe here. I am not a racist, but black pipe rust and galvanized don't. The other thing I bought here, these are called split something, and you can see they grab onto the pipe. They're right over by the pipe section in Menards, and I forget what they're called. These are called eye hooks. You can see they screw in here. This is just a hanger. So if you walk over here, I want to demonstrate. Now these little split doodads, which I don't know what they're called again. I looked it up 3 times and I already forgot it. That's what happens when you're 57 in the 313. You forget, baby. So these things are only rated for $180. I am all of a swell 165, getting buffed in the 313, baby. So you can see, if I hang on this, ain't no big thing. Now I am not going to be pulling down more than 360, but the big dog will. So we're going to put this back. So you can see this is my lat pull down bar. Notice, baby, no welding here. I am not a welder. I do not own a welder. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. So the rest of the bill of material. This little doohickey right here, this is going to be my weight pin. So what we're going to do when this is done, we're going to take this little piece of PVC pipe, cut it down. Then my plates will be able to stack over neatly. We're going to take this end cap, drill a hole in it. You guys have seen this before, no doubt, on the YouTubers. And we're going to use this little eye hook thingy. And then we'll be able to grab this thing, and it'll grab the weights and go up and down. I highly recommend galvanized here because it's just, I went with black pipe because it was cheaper. Because I'm trying to save money coming from the 313, baby. Okay, the next thing, did I say I'm from the 313 yet? The next thing I've got here is Blue Hawk. This right here is some Blue Hawk, 1/8 inch, 30 feet. I'm probably gonna need about 8 feet, but this thing was 10 bucks, okay? It's got all the little connector jimmies in there, so we can grab this, this is a cable, and this cable right here is vinyl coated. You want it to be vinyl coated. The reason you want it to be vinyl coated, so it doesn't tear up your pulleys. Now these pulleys are the junk. These are some big 3-inch jobbers. I got these from Menards, 12 bucks a pop. Amazon had them for like 20 bucks a pop. Tractor Supply had them for like 20 bucks a pop. If you're shopping in the 313, baby, I think I bought the last 2. So these are my pulleys. These little guys right here are just, these are called spring clippy doodads. You can see I've got one here mounted here, so I can quickly attach my lat bar for different attachments. I'm gonna use one to grab onto this thingy over here, my weight pin, and I don't know what I'm doing with the other ones. These 2 hooks right here, these screw eyes, this is what's going to hold it into my ceiling trusses right here. I'm going to put like one right here, the weight will come down here. I'll put another one over here, kind of right over by the bench, so we can sit on the bench and do our lat pull downs. Now these things right here are pretty strong. These things are weighted for 500 some pounds. So yeah, that ought to work. So anyways, we're gonna get rocking. We'll be back because we're from the 313. Back here in the 313, we've picked out our ceiling joists that we're gonna hang our lat pull down machine on. You notice the safety glasses, baby, because we practice safety in the 313. So all I did here is I'm gonna drill a little pilot hole. Wow, that was fast. I'd already drilled it. I'm just trying to demonstrate here. And I'm taking my eye bolt, and I'm just gonna turn this thing up here. We're gonna cut the camera. That little pre-drilling action makes this doable. I got my pair of channel locks, so when this gets hard, the 313 uses tools. Hey, we be back with the eye hooks. Just to represent it well, these are 33 inches apart. Did I say we're from the 313? So this was just pretty much set up where our bench was. I want to show you a little trick here. These things, we pre-drilled the holes as we talked about. You can see if you just use a screwdriver, these things are really easy to turn in. It's no joke. If you try to do this with your hand, impossible. Try to use a pair of pliers, impossible. But just using a little screwdriver like this makes it easy. Like I mentioned, these pulleys, we got them from Menards. These are 3-inch pulleys. Did I mention we're from the 313? So these 3-inch pulleys seem to be pretty strong. They had a weighted strength on them of like 600 pounds. We're not going to be yanking that much down. I got a little bit of graphite we're going to use to lubricate these. They seem to spin okay. These pulleys do not have bearings. If you want to spend some real money, go buy some ones with bearings. This is what I had available from Menards, so that's what I went with. We're going to put the cable in next. We'll take a video in a second. Thanks. This is Max back from the 313 Lat Pulldown. We've got our pulleys up and we've got our cable. Now I want you to listen. Hear that? Pretty squeaky. So what I've got here is a little molybdenum. This is the secret of Pinewood Derby winning. We got thrown out of a church because we took 12 trophies home, we cleaned them out, and they threw us out of the church. This was one of our secrets. So I'm gonna see if this works. Okay, we're back. You can see we have our cable back in. The molybdenum didn't do anything. My son Danny pointed out the actual friction is between the wheel and the casing, so it's really not on the pin. So the molybdenum, try to say that 10 times fast. The molybdenum did not do anything. So anyways, you can see we've got our cable. This is this Blackhawk cable. Again, this is a great deal. We had to get this from Lowe's. It says it's a 1 inch by 30 feet cable. It's got 2 thimbles. This is a thimble. It's got 6 of these clamps. So you can see we torqued 3 clamps on this one and kind of did them in alternating fashion. Doesn't know that's important. This is where you're definitely going to need a socket wrench to be able to bolt these things down nice and tight, right? So that's what we got the socket wrench out here for. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make our loading pin. Now there's lots of great YouTube videos on this. You can see this is black pipe. We've got our flange. We got a 1 foot or maybe 11 inch. I think it's 1 foot, 3/4 inch pipe. We are going to take and we're going to drop a pilot hole right through the middle of this thing like this. Now what I'm going to use is, I got these for drilling out metal. I had broken off a nut inside of my car, and I needed to drill it out and then tap it out. So I bought these. These things are made out of cobalt. This Milwaukee set, I think I got these from Home Depot. These are great. They're really cheap at Home Depot, and they've done a great job for me. So we're going to come back. We're going to drill the pilot hole, then we're going to drill the big hole. Okay, I don't have a vise with me right now to hold this down. I believe I have one somewhere in my garage, and I'm not going to go find it. So this is a 3/32 cobalt built. I took my my little Ryobi drill here. I set it on low setting. I got it on 1, looks like 3 right now. And what I'm going to attempt to do is, I've got the flange. I'm going to try to drop this thing right down the middle. I don't think it's that critical. There's a some type of casting mark on it, so I can't hit it right in the middle. I got my drill in a really slow speed, and I'm going to see. I got my glasses on. You can see that metal starting to move. I'm not putting any pressure on it. Let the drill do the work here. If you want to do this a bit, there we go, go through. So that's my pilot hole. We're going to come back and put the big hole in. So it only took me 4 times to drill through this. If I would have been a little bit slower in the 313, I would have read that this is 3/8, and I needed a 3/8 bit, duh. So anyways, you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this right here. I'm going to put my washer right here to kind of relieve some of the pressure on that hole, and then I'm just going to screw this nut down. Once I get this nut screwed down, I'm going to use a socket head an extended socket from my socket set over here. Birthday gift from the big dog. I'm getting dizzy. Sorry about that. Let me grab a, I think a 3/8 right here. Yeah. Medium sized bit. This was not practice. You're watching this live, baby. L-I-V-E, live in the 313. I'm my own hype man. So now we've got the nut cap. We got the eye bolt on it. We've got the flange. And then here's my final idea. I'm gonna cut this little piece of, oh boy, this little piece of PVC pipe down so that when we stack the plates on there, you can see we've got Olympic weights over here. When we stack the Olympic plates on there, they're not flopping around like a fish out of water. So we're gonna do that right now. Hey, this is Big Mac again. 313, you got it right that time, baby. This ain't the 248, it ain't the 734, it ain't the 586. This be the 313, that be Detroit. So we finished up our rack here, our lat pull down. You can see we've got our flange, our loading pin, this is called. You can see what we did is we took a 1.5 inch PVC pipe and put it over here so the Olympic weights will stay on nice and tight. These thimbles and these clamps, we used a little tennis ball here so that my hardware will not go into the pulley up here. Hopefully that's going to be long enough when this gets loaded. That'll be plenty long. So we're going to give it a workout in just 1 second. Hey, welcome back. It is finished. So again, we see we have our tennis ball up here to protect the pulley. We've got our clamps. We got our thimble. We got our lat pull down bar. Right over here, we've got 120 bills. We've got our spindle, not spindle, weight thingy-majiggy, forget what we call it, weight pole, weight post. And this is 120 pounds, so this is usually not a bad weight. You just grab this thing, sit down on my bench, down to the chest, a little squeaky, but not bad. And that was from the 313, baby.